What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today with another Real Housewives News and Memes video, and this one is on Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So the season 13 trailer just came out today on Tuesday, and a big portion of it was centered on all the speculation surrounding them. I'm not really going to talk about the trailer too much today, but in addition to the Kyle and Mauricio stuff, we see Sutton's messy ass getting in the shit. We knew this was gonna happen though. A couple of the ladies have kind of spoken on how Sutton was really getting in the mix this season. I believe it was Garcelle, Erica, and I think even Cynthia Bailey, who's gonna go to a dinner in this season. But yeah, so Sutton's getting in the mix. Erica, she's getting in with Denise Richards, who may be a friend of this season. Anne-Marie Wiley, the newbie, she's gonna be going in for Crystal Kung Minkoff, and if I may say, that seems like low-hanging fruit. People don't like Crystal. You know, I tolerate Crystal because she brings that different perspective. She's the millennial who's gonna bring in all these different, terminologies and be a little bit more woke than some of the older ladies, and just kind of brings that conflict with Kyle Richards and stuff. So I'm here for it, but I'm okay, the newbie coming on with beef for Crystal. I mean, it just seems like low-hanging fruit in my opinion, but nonetheless, so a lot was on Kyle and Mauricio. Word of their separation first broke from People in early July. They were sources close to the pair said they're separating, but they're still living under the same roof. This whole thing prompted Kyle to speak out, and she said that they are not divorcing, but she acknowledged that they had the most challenging year of their marriage. She said they're still committed to each other, and, asking everyone to not create false stories about them. So denying that they were divorcing, but acknowledged there were still some major issues going on. They also hit up Aspen together for the 4th of July right afterwards, so really trying to make an effort, it seemed. There was a speculation about Kyle being unfaithful to Mauricio with this girl named Morgan Wade. I was not Morgan Wallen, but it's Morgan W. something. So Morgan Wade, Kyle was speculated to have something going on with her. In the trailer, we see Morgan getting a K tattooed on her, and we don't explicitly know, what it signifies, but Dorit points out, oh, you're tattooing the first initial of your name onto this person? So, it's kind of sus, if you will. Mauricio says something along the lines of, it's so great that, you're the one having the affair right now. Kind of just being facetious about it. And then Kyle was oh, yeah, for once it's me. Just ping-ponging and shit. I was ah! But, so yeah, it was just a little thing. Just a couple of days before the trailer came out, Mauricio talked to a TMZ photographer and, just kind of chatted about how, they were separated, but not talking about divorce. He shot down the allegations about her being physical with Morgan. So, I don't know, there's all that shit. So, nonetheless, the Kyle Mauricio shit is going to be a huge part of this season, which everyone kind of assumed. But yeah, it's kind of what do you think? And so has Mauricio been cheating on Kyle in the past? Was all the speculation true about that? Is this Kyle getting her lick back essentially? Is what's going on? And it's what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? It's if you guys are separating, go through with it. You don't have to say oh, we're not talking about divorce. It's okay to embrace divorce and say you're exploring that and say you're going to be amicable. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's very confusing. I'm not sure exactly what direction they're going to take. A photographer caught up with Kyle at a baggage claim at LAX. LAX is the worst airport to ever fly into if you're a celebrity. Just how often TMZ alone is always posted in front of there. It's oh my gosh. I fly through San Diego, bitch. I'm not flying through LAX. Fuck that shit. But yeah, and Kyle was saying that, they're keeping some stuff private, but who knows, girl? Kyle was supporting Mauricio as Dancing with the Stars event, because he's currently starring on that. And Assels point out that Mauricio is saying, oh yeah, Kyle and Morgan, haven't been physical, they haven't, had sex. It's so is it more an emotional kind of thing? Because what's worse, you know what I mean? The physical or the emotional. So yeah, I'm not sure. Kyle also acknowledged in the trailer there's a lot of pressure going on. She has random people DMing her oh, you guys made me believe in true love and now you guys are separating. It's like all this shit. And Erica made a good point. She's like, this is true love. It's not gonna be fucking fairies and rainbows and butterflies, you know what I mean? So, at the same token, it's not always gonna be like all this negative shit, From what we've seen, Kyle and Mauricio have had a pretty good run. There's been a speculation about him cheating, but a lot of that has been able to be brushed off. People being like, okay, we know how Kyle is. Kyle's been very open about her anxiety and like some of her past insecurities. We're like, do you really think she would like turn a blind eye to his infidelity? But we don't know these people, girl. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, so what you think about the situation between Kyle and Mauricio. All these different reports, like, oh, sources close to the couple, blah, 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 sources close to the couple, but they themselves aren't really saying too much, but Mauricio did confirm, we're separated, but not talking about divorce. Girl, there are plenty of people who are basically fucking divorced, but like not legally divorced, you know what I mean? So are they gonna go that route, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're separated, but not talking about divorce. That could mean a plethora of things. Are you talking reconciliation, though? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter in my mind. It's like, okay, you're not talking about divorce, but are you talking about reconciliation? You know what I mean? That's the bigger question. But anyways, let me know what you think. Make sure to also like and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.